All right, we are live from Seahawks training camp at Virginia Mason Athletic Center with Julian Love. Julian, this is actually, I don't know about you, Bump, but this is my first time meeting you, and this is going to be, for a lot of Seahawks fans, their first time seeing you out here on the field. How do you like Seattle so far?
I've enjoyed it so far. It's, days like this, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
The sun is gleaming off the water, the trees. It's definitely, I'm not used to it, but it's really beautiful out here.
When the decision was made that you were coming up to the Northwest, was one of the first things you did? Because I always tell this story from Cali. So my boys always told me, hey, bring a jacket. It's going to get cold up there. But then I come up here and it's like this, 80 degrees, and it's beautiful. What's one of the first things you did when you knew you were headed up north?
Ooh, I have some family out here, and so I kind of knew that it wasn't as bad rain-wise as some people talk about. And then I just hit up Quandre, hit up Jamal, just to say I'm excited to get out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you mentioned having family. So let me see if I remember this. This is from a press conference. Your grandfather started Paseo?
My grandmother's brother. So whatever that is.
Okay, great uncle. That works. That works. Do you still go to that restaurant? Like, did you check it out, or are you like?
I haven't yet. In the spring, we were pretty busy, and they're not at Paseo anymore. They started it. Yeah. Now they're at Un Bien, and my mother's cousins then. So I don't know what that would be, second cousins.
Yeah.
They are running. The younger guys are running Un Bien. My great uncle is retired.
Yeah.
Man, this defense, the safeties in this defense got me excited. I think they tried to do a little bit of what we think we're going to see with you guys this year. When you look at that position group compared to other groups, how do you guys stack up? Because I think this might be the best safety group in the league.
Yeah, I think we're up there. Proven guys. Jamal's proven, Quandre's proven. I'm trying to continue to prove myself on what I can do in this league. And, together I think we have a really good unit. And then now what it takes is obviously we just continue to grow as one. I am new out here, and so just getting that chemistry, that camaraderie down packed. So by week one, we're rolling.
Can you I'm going to ask like a non-former player question. So just know, Bump's going to be like, oh, God. So can you get how often could we potentially see, you don't have to tell us what we are going to see, like 3 safeties on the field? Like we're used to nickel where you have your nickel corner out there. But I'm like, you're going to have, once Jamal's out there, 3 elite safeties. You want to try to get them out there as much as you can. Do you guys ever do stuff like that, or is that something you've done in New York?
Yeah, I think the game's changing a little bit. These past 5 or so years especially, you just try to get your best athletes on the field.
Yeah.
And, especially in our division, you look at you need to be able to cover tight ends. You need to be able to stop the run. And so that leans itself to you want to have a mobile type of nickel / weak backer, and that has shown itself in 3 safeties being on the field. And so I think we're going to try to incorporate a lot of that. It's going to require all of us to be able to multitask and play various roles, and I think that's when you can really be effective. So when you can have me in the box, in the post, kind of whatever, have Jamal do that, have Quandre do all it, because that just keeps offenses guessing. And so that's hopefully the goal going into the season.
Yeah, when I first saw the 3 safety type of look last year, I started thinking about just the QBs and the receivers and how we try to diagnose stuff. You're right, it does make them have to think and really study film. When you are in the box, because, when in our day, well, I'm a little older than you, but in our day, growing up, there was number 50-something in the box, number 40-something in the box, cowboy, neck roll, and all that stuff. How comfortable are you in the box, and how long has that been a part of your game?
I'm really comfortable in the box. I am wiry, so that's a fancy way of saying I'm pretty skinny.
Right.
And, in college I was playing corner, but I was up there and leading a team in tackles. I was always an effective tackler back in college, back in high school, whatever. And the past couple years in the league, I've played in the box. I've played in the slot. And last year I led the Giants in tackles by 40 tackles.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think my game just naturally is that. I'm always kind of an aggressive style, and I pride myself in tackling. And so I think it lends itself there. And what comes with that wiriness is the strength behind it that I think is a little underestimated when opposition is looking at me.
Well, and I think for that reason, and we talked about this when you initially came to Seattle, it was like, wow, what a perfect fit. Like, this absolutely makes sense. It's a perfect marriage, but that's from us knowing the Seahawks.
Yeah.
On your end, right, it was newer. What to you made it feel like a perfect fit?
Honestly, the first conversation with Coach Carroll, Coach Hurt, because, I didn't know much about the team. I knew of guys. I knew, that we had a good run last year. And I know about Quandre and Jamal. And so I'm like, how am I going to fit with those two studs? Then just talking to them, I understood that, okay, they see me in a really good position where I can, improve my game, but also depend on guys next to me so we can be successful.
Right.
And that winning culture, that chip on the shoulder, that leaning on the person next to you is what excited me about talking to Coach for the first time.
I love it. So being on the defensive side, you get to look at what the offense is looking like, and with DK, Lockett, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Ken Walker, Zach Charbonnet, what do you expect out of this offense, and what have you seen so far?
And I mean, there's some talented guys across the ball, and I think what stands out most to me from my previous time, in the league, is that this offense has a chip on its shoulder. I mean, they're talking crap with the best of them out here, and they are competing. And so I haven't been around that too much. Usually it's a defense that always has that swag, that energy, and the culture here. I mean, it represents on both sides of the ball, all three phases, special teams included. And so that's the biggest difference. You have the talent, you have the scheme, and then you have that swagger that comes with it on offense. And so I'm super excited to see these guys, but I'm also excited to whoop on them during training camp.
All right, last couple minutes here. Just kind of, obviously, we collectively, Seahawks fans and people covering this team, will get to know you even more as the season progresses. I'm sure we'll talk to you again, right?
Yeah.
But since this is our first time, and for some fans, one of their first, second, maybe third time hearing from you, let's hear a bit about Julian. I mean, what do you do when you go home and during the season? Do you play video games, watch TV, hang out with family? What's your life like?
Yeah, I'm pretty low-key. I think when fans are going to see me on social or whatever, you're going to see me typically smiling. That's kind of my demeanor. I'm a pretty optimistic guy.
Yeah.
That's just who I am.
You seem very warm and friendly. Bump can attest. I think we're both feeling
that's
it.
That's just who I am naturally. On the field, I try to have an edge, but I don't take that off the field much. And then, I'm married. I have a dog. I like golf. I do like some video games, but I'm leaning more towards the golf now.
Yeah.
And so, I'm pretty low-key. I like great restaurants. So any Seahawks fans have any good recommendations for restaurants? I eat out a lot, and I enjoy trying different types of foods. And what's staple in Seattle? I want to get to know the city food-wise. And so, that's what you got to know.
You open to types of foods, or is there a specific
types.
Genre where you're like, hit me up with some of these?
No, all types.
Okay.
I love Hispanic food. I love Mexican. I love Cuban. I love Italian food. I love Asian food.
Yeah.
Those are my three go-tos, which encompasses a lot. That's
right.
You can't go wrong with those three genres. And so, anytime anyone has a recommendation, I will find it.
Bump, I already know where you're going to go.
I don't have food recommendations, but you said a four-letter word that just gets me going. Golf. Want to golf? You got to check out Snoqualmie Ridge.
Yes, I played there already.
Rainier Country Club,
Haven't been there.
Sahali.
Heard about it.
Redmond Ridge. If you ever want to get out, you just holler at your boy. I got you.
Yeah, okay. That's what I want to hear. That's what I'm talking about.
Julian, remind us of your Twitter account or Insta. So if Seahawks fans listening want to send you some recommendations for food, they can find you on there.
Yeah, I think it's _JLove20 or something along those sorts.
He's locked in.
I'll help you out. I know. Yeah, he's like, it's about the playbook right now. I'm not about Twitter.
I think it's JLove20.
I will look it up for you guys. I'll get you guys Julian's information.
Send it my way.
If people send us in stuff on the text line, we'll get you a list. We'll get you a list. He is Seahawks safety Julian Love, kind enough to join us. Julian, thank you so much. Have a good day out there.
Yeah, let's do it.